Hello, friends. My name is Dr. Vijay Bhatia. I'm working as a consultant psychiatrist. Today, we are going to discuss about how do we make decisions. How do we make decisions? What decisions we make? Why do we need to make those decisions? How do we know these are right decisions? How do others influence us on making those decisions? What decisions are simple and what are complex? What information do we need to make valid decisions? What are unwise decisions but still valid? What are then valid decisions? Why decisions are important? Who can make those decisions? And what is capacity to make those decisions? We will be talking about some of these questions, but each question is quite big in itself and needs a lot of explanations. But if we keep these in our mind, that will help us to make the decision making process easier. All the previous information that is present in our brain to the new information coming about that decision, to put things together, analyze them, weigh them, and actually process those informations. Look at the pros and cons. What will be the benefits? What will be the bad effects? And how is it going to help our planning for the future, or even sometimes predict future? And all this information from the basic brain to the higher centers, and then they are related with our emotional part of the brain, which either whatever decision we make will make us feel comfortable or uncomfortable. When I say comfortable, that means you are relaxed, you are happy, you are know that this is the right decision, but they can also make you uncomfortable if you are not sure, if they are making you feel uh, tense. Your heart is racing, your muscles are getting tense. You don't know whether this is the right decision or not right decision. So all this is happening in your brain, in the emotional part of the brain, in the mind. Once this all information is processed, then you will take the action. And that action will also depend on your personality, whether you are a careful person, whether you are an impulsive person, whether you are prone to get the immediate gratification rather than delayed gratification. So depending on those, and on top of that, even some doubts about whether they might be unwise. Do I need to do this? Do I need to not do this? Do I need to take this action? All these things are going to affect you, but ultimately you need to make the decision and be comfortable with it and communicate that well to others that need to know. So what information do we actually need? How that information is available to us through the person, through the books, through the media, through other people we trust or we don't trust, or higher authority, doctors, lawyers, and is it actually relevant to the subject that you need to know? And is it valid? How can we trust that this is the true information they're providing us? They might be providing us some false information or hearsay or information that is not well tested. Is it reliable? Have other people used it? Has it been done with other people? Is it reliable? Is it specific? Or are they talking about surrounding things, other things, rather than what the topic needs to be discussed? How real is the information? How honest is the opinion they are giving to us? Do we trust them? And is their language clear, or they making some gestures or meaning that are not clear? And how is it going to impact us in terms of short terms, long term? What will be the good effects, not good effects? What if information changes? What if they know something now, but later on they will say, oh, sorry, I did not know that it is going to end up like this. What if information is not complete? Where will you get that information? Do we even bother to get that information? Many a times we don't even have complete information and we just make a decision. Is there any actually problems with the sense organs or even the mind? Are you under the influence of the drugs, alcohol, that you cannot actually process the information that is provided to you? Are we able to retain the information? Remember the drugs, alcohol, memory problems, attention and concentration problems. You did not have a good sleep. You went on a holiday that was too stressful. Too much anxiety was there. You were attacked. Number of factors can affect the retention of the information. And if you cannot retain the information, or even if you can't recall the previous memories information that you already have to relate in the process, then obviously that will have problems, and sometimes real mental illnesses like ADHD, epilepsy, head injury, strokes can have a bigger impact on the retention of the memory, and the diagnosis like Alzheimer's disease or any type of dementia, vascular dementia, alcohol related dementia, they will have problems retaining the information, therefore not able to use that information that is required for the decision making process. Can they actually weigh that information? Weighing means, can they balance what will be good, what will be bad, what will be pros, what will be cons, and how is it going to impact on them with their money, with their health, with their relationships, with their marriage, with their mental health? And all these need to be looked at before uh, they can make the valid decision. Can they communicate the decision? Is there any problem with their brain, either receptive aphasia or expressive aphasia, or problems with speaking or understanding, or do they have underlying learning difficulties? All this will affect. Even in normal people, if some people is under the influence of certain drugs or alcohol, under the pressure of somebody, they cannot say this thing in front of another person. Are they forced to say this or not say? Are they afraid of something or scared of something? Then the process of decision making can be invalid. What is valid decision then? Well, the valid decision is if the person does not suffer with any mental disorder that we know of, or that the person themselves believe that their mind is clear, it is not under the influence of any drugs or alcohol, it is not influenced by any other person, it is not influenced by any other alien force, and the decision they are making is their own, and they do understand the information that is relevant. They can retain that information, they can weigh that information, and then they can communicate that decision clearly. Only then it is a valid decision. Otherwise, it becomes invalid. So what is invalid decision? All the things we said above will make, if the criteria is not, let's say, even if the person suffers from any mental disorder, that actually impacts on that particular decision, that will be invalid decision. Or any problems with decision making, even problems with attention, concentration, sometimes even problems with the organs. Although information can be passed to the brain centers through more than one. Let's say if somebody has problem with the eyesight or blindness, they can use the braille system. Or if somebody is having speech problems, we can use the language, sign language, or other methods to help them come to those decisions. And if they are tired, if they are a very early morning for them, it should be done again and repeated at different times so that they know what they want to do and keep that decision valid. Otherwise, the decision can be invalid. This is the end of this slide. If you like, please subscribe and press the like button. We will continue with our other sessions in the new video. Thank you for listening.